Alright. Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about am I fair work or fair doings, or am I frightened of it? Well, I guess I am. Now, everyone is going to say, oh, you shouldn't be frightened at fair work or fair doings or whatever you want to call it. Um, that is there to let folks you know, but yeah, I am. Because even though there are a lot of folks that, they take work and either they're doing it to for make fun of it or to scave it, you know, or to do something with it that makes it unlike the work it was. Now, those folks that do that, they always get in a hang up over ownership, you know, and they have their thoughts and belief are is that one, the Webstead doesn't know the unlikeness between what's ownership and what's fair work. Another belief is that some of these businesses out there don't care about fair work or fair doings, and in their mind that's still their work even if someone has made fun of it or scathed it or you know or did it for learning or whatever the grounds was for them working with it. You know? So, I never did anything in any of my films, and I have a lot of films, but I never took anyone's stuff and then said I was doing fair work. Because, one, I don't really think I'd be good at making fun of something or scathing something, you know, or to have it for a learning goal for it not to get me in a bind with ownership. And it's more smooth to get yourself in the bind of ownership than you think. It's still an ongoing thing, you know. And another grounds is that it doesn't always shield you. It's always what someone believes. If someone believes that your work meets all of the oversight to be fair work, then you're good. But if someone believes it doesn't meet all the things to be fair work, then you're in a bind. You know? And all it could be is it could be something like this. Whoa. We'll be like, well, Jordan, you didn't do enough to make. It's like, well, you know, you didn't do enough work. You didn't make fun of it or scathe it or whatever. You didn't. I don't believe that you did enough of that to make it fair work or to make it fair doings, whatever you want to call it. That's my stuff, and you're going to be ownership bind. And then I, who never dealt with this shit before, and I never did. I've been on YouTube for a long time, and that's one side of YouTube I never had no dealings with. Um, since I never had no dealings with the ownership of stuff, I wouldn't know what to write in. There's this whole big thing of all these boxes you gotta fill out. You know, telling whoever had ownership over your film, da 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 da, and then, well, there's no way to know what to say, what not to say. You know, what do I go out and say? Oh, my films are boring, and it's only me with the web shooter, and it's me with a doll, and I bought the other dolls, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say, so I'm glad I don't get into it. And I choose to make my films this way because one, I don't have any of the tools to make a film any other way. Two, it shields me from ownership because who's going to say they make films the way I do? I mean, And you can say fair work or fair doings, but you're hoping that someone out there sees it that way. Yeah, well, I don't see it that way. You see, Jordan, I don't see your films being fair work or fair doings. So you're in a bond of my ownership. You're right, Mulan. I don't want to get into a bond of the ownership with you. Because it'd be your word fight my word, and you'd probably win. Yep, and that's the truth. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I am frightened of fair work or fair doing. The offshoot of ownership law, as everyone likes to call it. Because even if you got everything, even if you're doing it for learning or scathing or making fun of or whatever, the grounds is it's always someone else's belief that it's meeting fair work or it's meeting fair doings. They could have the belief it's not, or they could have the belief it is. So you're always at whatever their thought is, you know? And thank God I don't have to deal with that, you know? So that's it for me. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.